I am. Hello, everyone. We're ready. Ready.
Hi. What up, Miss Joey?
Oh, same stuff, different day. But I just want everybody to notice. I adjusted my camera. Makes Rob look a little taller.
Yeah, just my fish started with that one. Heyo! Goodness. So for those who are watching this replay, as always, we appreciate it. Let us know in the chat or in the actual comments if you are watching this replay. We do appreciate that. We got a lot of people in here, so stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. Go ahead, Miss Joey. Do your
We
thing.
do, we do. Well, hello everyone. Welcome. And I'm going to say hello to everyone, but we are noticing that there are some new faces in here this evening, so that's awesome. We appreciate it, and we hope everyone has fun. We always do. We always have fun. All right, let's go. So, JMF Aquatics, hello and welcome. Kim, Ms. 9.5 is in the house. Audra Myers is in the house. RB Animal and Movies is in the house. Atkins Nature Aquariums, Ian, hello, welcome. Stephanie Frederick, my sister Steph, is in the house. Captain Savage Aquatics, hello. Oh, scrolling down, because there's always everybody talking and saying hello. Glitch Aquatics, hello.
Goodness, there's so
Terry
many
Tropical, hello,
people.
welcome. David Patton, hello. Um, IHSP, Steph, hello. I hate stupid people. Audra Myers, welcome. Metalheads, hello, and welcome. Scrolling. Brooke Clancy. Hey, Brooke. In the house. Um, then I'm scrolling down. It seems really bright tonight. Eric Wyrock, hello. 3G, welcome. Vinoski Tanks, hello. 44 Meg Guy, Derek, hello, welcome. Um, Sandy Doty, hey Sandy. Dee Dee, hello Dee Dee. Craig Broderick. Welcome, Craig. From Down Under. Hello. And I think Lumpy Dog. We can't forget Lumpy Dog. In the house. And I think I've got everybody. If not, we'll catch up. But we try to keep up as we go along. And you know what? It's hammer time, people. Smash the like button.
Got me.
Right out of the gate.
Dang it.
Gotcha.
Energy and Bell cancels. What now?
Woo! He's strolling already. Stephen P. 2003. Hello, welcome.
Hey, that is a catchy. I love that. That is good.
2003.
What up, 2003?
Oh, and Larry D. Hello, Larry. Welcome.
Miss Joey, you ready to get in on these clips?
Oh, jeez, yes.
Hey, we're right out the gate. We're starting fire.
Not exactly the brain quest here.
You don't want to play tonight. We're gonna have some fun, y'all. We're gonna have
Likes
some
to
fun.
hit me with this stuff, you know. All right, I'll do my best.
All right, y'all. So as always, I cannot see when I switch over to the next
That's
scene.
right.
Like I can't see anything. I can just see the screen, so I gotta
Make
navigate.
things.
So yeah, she could be doing anything and everything. I'm like just looking like what's going on here.
I
So
can do anything I want when you're gone.
what up, Mr. Kev? Hasn't been a
Hey,
long
Kevin.
time. I know. What up, man? Long time no see. Hope everything is well. All right.
Hello, Kevin.
I gotta get that there.
All right.
All right. First one we're gonna do with we're gonna help you on your pockets. Because holidays is coming up and sometimes you don't want to hear it as a fish keeper, but sometimes you gotta hear it. Downsizing helps your bills.
And what are we downsizing?
Your tanks.
Okay. All right.
Because tanks equal electricity, does it not, Miss Joey?
Well, sure it does. Hello, Lori. Welcome. Um, but okay, you go with it, and then we'll go from there. You tell us what you want. That's to know.
How much electricity does a fish tank use, people?
I have no idea. But
Especially
you're
for
gonna
those who have over 100 tanks, Kenny.
Kenny, yeah. Well, all right, hi Liquid Zoo. So are you gonna tell us how much an average fish tank?
Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know what it's like, but
No, I have no idea.
I wanted to explain for some of the people may be watching this
Okay.
replay
Yes, please explain.
to get the the insight on how we feel about getting the first bill on adding so many tanks and then you have to readjust afterwards.
Okay. I like Terry's. Terry's Tropical says not all that much if you do it right.
See, that's the thing. If
All
you,
right.
like I said,
Okay.
just after you get the first bill, you're like, ah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I gotta do
All right.
something. What's wrong? So
So,
what? So as you can see, I don't know if y'all can actually see how I can. Can I zoom in?
well,
Oh, I
I
can.
can't see it. I can't zoom in, so I can't see
I
it.
can. Did you see it though? Does it? Is it
Not
better?
really. You're
Let me
just
know.
gonna explain it to me, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're a big help.
No. Okay. So it goes by tank size and approximate capacity. So almost
Oh,
about
so we're on
200.
we're on the size thing again? Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey. Trigger word. I'm sorry. Sorry. So it goes by size of the tank. As always, size does matter when it comes to doing that because you got to do the filtration, you got to do the lighting. Are you going to do plants? Or are you going to do no plants?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, of course the aquascaping, depending on if you're going to go get it outside.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, you may be thinking of getting into fish keeping, and then you start to realize, oh, there's continuous bills afterwards. There's not a set it and forget it and never have to pay for something
Yeah.
again. So this is probably the best article for those who are wanting to get into fish keeping and not get into so far over their head in a sense,
Okay.
in my opinion.
All right.
Uh, so that's why I love certain things like this to read, certain things that are like 5 minute reads, 2 minute reads, something that are real quick, but also get you thinking like, what can I
Okay.
make
So
my
shout
fishing better?
shout something out. Give us something. So give us an average. Give us a 20-gallon tank or something like that. Hello,
Well,
Kenny
I
E.
don't. Well, see, the thing is, I
Hey,
don't
hey,
know if
Melvin.
it's converted into liters and all these other things. Look, listen, Rob doesn't know all that.
So you throwing out the bait. You're acting like you're gonna tell me, and
I'm
then you.
just saying, at a sense, you can see that if it is 2 feet, what is 2 feet? What did that be like
Two
not
feet,
even a 20 gallon? I
24
don't
inch.
know.
Well, 24 inch. Yeah, probably about a 20-gallon tank, I guess.
Okay, that's 73 buckaroos right there. Okay,
No,
depending
not
on
a
what you're
month.
doing.
Oh, you mean you're talking about for the whole setup?
See, and that's the thing. Yeah, like it
I
would
thought
be
you were
the whole
talking about for
setup.
the
Instead of you do like
electricity.
sponge filters and stuff like that, to where you could not have to have a hang-on back filter.
Oh, well, that's not what I thought you were telling me. I thought you were
Because see, that's
talking.
what I'm saying, and this would be also misconstrued because a lot of people could cut this price. So
Well,
it's
I'm
kind of
misconstrued because I'm confused on what you were telling me.
right. No, so
Having a
it's
hard
more or
time.
less it's kind of like you could think about it, but you're like, I'm gonna just try it. And all in all, it's just basically say you got to try it to see what you're doing because in the end, you're gonna you're gonna either want to keep paying that bill or you're gonna have to change something sooner or later.
Okay.
Because I would be
So,
if I have over because see if you have over so many of these tanks right here, if
hmm,
you have 22 feet tanks, you're gonna be like, okay, well that's going to be $73. If you look at it like that, to me, if I'm just trying to get into fish keeping, because I want to think about it as trying to get into fish keeping at the same time, but also knowing like, okay, $73, I can do less than $73 with 20 more than those. You know what I mean? If that's just one.
okay.
So would you be able to cut that cost? If you think that only
So
a 20
all right, so
gallon,
are you asking me, could I set up a 20-gallon tank for less than $73?
yep,
Absolutely, because, well, I mean, Petco isn't really having that dollar per gallon sale anymore, but you
right,
can still get it for a decent price. But, let's say you might be able to get one for around $30 now on sale instead of 20. So there's your tank. I mean, you can use pool filter sand. You can use black diamond sand from Tractor
hmm
Supply, which is sandblasting sand. There's two varieties. There's a very fine variety, and then the darker, the real true black is a heavier grade of sand, a larger size. But you can pick it up there. You can use rocks from your yard. You can find plants in a local waterway if you need to. You can use any kind of a light, a shop light, or whatever. You can go to Lowe's and pick up some of those little cheap plastic, sheets of siding or whatever and make a cover. You can absolutely do it for less than $73 if you have to. And then if you don't want to buy a heater, you could go with goldfish. You could go with white clouds. You could go
there
with,
you go. I like it.
a lot of
Yep,
different kinds of fish or some native fish, and you can set it up for cheaper. That's my spiel. I could do it for less than $73.
you hit it
Absolutely.
right on the nose with the heater because that's
Yep.
constantly running,
Sure. And
and
if
your
you
hang on back
really,
filters.
you could throw in a sponge filter. You could throw in a hang on the back. You could do, if you have enough plants, you could do no filter. It might take a while to get the tank going and get it established, but there are a lot of different ways you could go with it. Absolutely. And it could be less than $73. And we have lots more people coming in here. So is this where you're at with this?
Yeah, because
Um,
I was reading and I'm like, okay, so I would definitely I'm looking at it as a person that would want to get into fish keeping, like, oh man,
yeah.
$73 for this. And but me as the fish keeper that I am, I'm like, shoot, I could do a lot with
I Yeah,
$73.
I could do it for less than that for sure. I For some reason I was confused. I really thought you were going to come in and just
Yeah,
ask.
no, I wanted
Telling
to
you,
see if you were
yeah,
able
you
to
could
to
do it.
do less than what these prices
Yeah,
were saying.
no,
Because like,
of
I
course.
mean, and of course, as it gets bigger, it may get more pricier because, like you said, the dollar per gallon sale only registers up to a certain amount of tanks.
Well, I
Because
mean, I think since the pandemic, they're not really, or recently they haven't done the actual dollar per gallon sale, but
true,
they've had them on sale. So that's why I'm saying you used to be able to get one for $20, but I'll bet it's more like 30 now. But that's still, you that's the basic expense, and then you go from there. So there's things you could do, definitely. Um,
yeah,
I see Maple Street's in here. Hi, Brandon, Aquatic Man. Welcome.
Maple, what
Paul
is up?
McCarthy. Hello. And I'm sure there's other people that have come in. Your mom's in here, Melissa. Hello. Um,
Dang,
there's
y'all up in
probably
here
people that have been.
partying without me, and I wasn't even here. I was on the other screen. I couldn't see nothing.
You
That is
looked good
crazy.
though. You look good. You weren't doing anything weird. We can see you. Just remember that.
See, that's what I always have to think about. I'll sit here. I'm like, man, I hope I don't do nothing stupid.
Yeah, don't do anything
Then they're
crazy
just
because
staring off
we're
into space like
still
this, just
watching. That's right.
over
That's
here
right.
picking my nose. I don't do
Don't
that,
don't
but
do that because we're not going to forget that we
never,
saw it. No, never.
never. I
Oh, anywho, all right. I'm scrolling here, just looking to see.
go ahead and get the new people's welcomes.
I think I got them, but there's always somebody that we
Okay,
know.
because there's a lot of new people up in
There
here,
are.
and thanks for those lurkers who are doing water changes, working. Shout out for those who are driving. Drive safe as always.
Yep.
We got a next clip, Miss Joey. Now this one is gonna be fun.
Wasn't I just on the hot seat? Here we go again. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know.
Until we get somebody up here.
Yeah, until you get somebody that's smarter than me, you're stuck with me.
No, this is all improv, so you know that's out the window.
No, that is improv. I had no idea what you
Improv
were
does
asking
not
me.
care if you have a degree or not.
I don't.
Neither do I.
Okay, Mississippi hippie. Hello, welcome. All right, hit me with the next one. I gotta take a sip of water. You kill me.
Oh yeah.
All
All
right.
right. So this next clip, I was sitting there thinking, okay, first off, as a fish keeper, you have a bucket list fish or something you've been looking for a very long time. And if you had the opportunity to catch it in the wild and you've been looking for it for 20 years and it's a weird fish, me being a fish keeper, I'm going to say, look, listen, that's cool enough, not me.
Okay, hit me, Nick. What do we got?
What up, Pierre? Appreciate you for being here, man.
Oh, hi,
So
Peter.
there has been an eel that people have been wanting to look for 20 years. They want to find this thing.
We're talking about a very elusive eel. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. A sneaky snake. Okay.
yeah, an eel that people would definitely have to have a stomach for, or even kind of thing. So sorry for that if anyone is watching this and be like, oh, a little weak to the stomach. So
Mm-hmm.
watchers beware. And as always, I can't see on the other side. So
And as always, I can't see what you're showing me.
blood sucking eel, y'all.
Okay, can you bring that up, Rob? Because it's not. Yep. Nope. Right there. Oh.
Boom.
Okay, so I have no idea why I would need a vampire eel. I'm good. That thing looks horrible. It looks like if you were trying to clean the tank, it would just latch right onto you. No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
With rows of teeth.
Yeah,
Not one
Rose.
row, not one a teeth, not a tooth.
You've scrolled it back up. It's out of the
Oh, did
screen.
I? I'm
But
sorry.
no, I can see the teeth. Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good on that. I mean, I realize some people just want to find things because they want to be the one that discovered them, but I
Come on
knew.
now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
All I can envision is that getting out of the tank and hovering over you,
Ugh.
like an alien or something with those teeth. It's a horror movie. I don't want that. I'm good.
Like it could never be in anything. Like it's
No.
called a blood sucking eel. Maybe that's not the whole common name, but that's probably what it does.
See, that's right there. I mean, it's like a giant leech.
It's a giant leech.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to have a torch to torch that to get it burn it off.
A lot of salt. A
Oh,
lot of salt. It's going to be an extra pour on the salt. A lot of salt.
that's gonna be a salty eel.
Yeah. No. I mean, like I said, I'm sure whoever discovered it is just dancing a jig, but I would never want one.
But
Ever.
would you, if someone actually wanted to keep, does anyone in the chat would actually want to keep this thing? Like, real talk, all seriousness.
Yeah, hi Liberty Bell. I don't know.
Anybody, what up,
Let us
Liberty?
know if somebody would really want to keep that.
If anyone does,
Hi Crystal. Hi Crystal's pets.
you're very unique. Okay, very unique. Because that right there, I mean, like, okay,
Kenny says
you
the
know
Indians
some of the
are
weird
so
fish.
safe.
Bisers are weird fish. I don't really like the look of them, but they're cool. I
Yeah.
would get those over them.
Well, I would have a bison over. Yeah.
I would call it teeth. I would call it teeth if I had.
Oh, wait a minute. Terry says he's had one.
No, you didn't.
Terry, have you had one of these? No, wait a minute. Terry, can you clarify? Have you had one of these eels or a leech?
Oh, are we talking about a leech?
Are we talking about people or are we talking about fish now? Sorry.
Wowzers.
Sorry. That's just my weird sense of humor.
Yeah, after 20 years. Look, listen, I'm not going to be searching for this thing at all, let alone 20 years.
Oh,
Unless
Terry
I'm a
said
scientist and I got to do this for a study.
Terry says he has pictures and he can share. So,
Oh.
so I'm gonna say, Terry, why did you want one? What made you want
Great
that
question.
fish?
Look at
What
it,
made
like
you
the
want to
body
keep
back
that?
here. It looks. Oh my goodness.
It looks like it has an eel. I mean, it does an eel-like tail. But what's the head look like when it's not latched
Down
onto?
or sucking. Yeah. What is it like? A straight like
Is it
tube,
just straight up look like an eel?
or like the base,
Brandon,
like a base of
Brandon
a
says,
tree or something? Like a brand new tree. It looks like a base of a brand new tree
yeah,
right there.
I'm just laughing because Brandon says Terry wants in the hot seat. Because he says because having the lamprey is cool as heck.
Vampire fish. Oof.
I,
Oof.
I guess some people,
You're
yeah,
happy.
would
You are
think that is
happy
cool.
on the you. Well, I'm happy for you in this picture, but you are so happy to go look for this. No, no.
Well, I mean, if you're the one discovering it, and yeah, I'm sure, yeah, you're thrilled to find
No,
it.
I'm gonna be sitting there like this.
Well, I just would never even go out to look for it. So.
Because I'm not gonna be happy to be sitting there like, man, come on, man. Y'all got me out here. I don't
Right.
know where this thing is. It's called blood sucking fish. Like, or come on, like, no, we're not gonna. Why? Why are we happy?
Yeah, exactly. JMF. It looks like something out of Tremors. That's
Yeah,
true.
like the offsprings of the thing.
Yeah, and Abba says a living garbage disposal. Yep, it's about what it looks like. It just doesn't look impressive to me at all.
Yeah, that does not look like something that we would keep for any
Oh,
fish keeper.
Steph
You
says if
definitely
you
have to have
see,
permits for that.
yeah, if you've seen June, it looks like a sandworm. Okay, so everybody's chiming in with their own description, and I think I missed somebody.
Did
'Cause somebody.
anyone else have it or want to keep it?
Where do you find them? Terry, did you collect that yourself out of the wild, or did you buy it? Just curious.
Let's see.
I'm
Let's see.
assuming
Let's
you
see.
you found it, but I don't know if you can buy them anywhere. Um,
Uh,
I don't know. What do you think? Let's see. Hi, Rays Aquatics.
he
Hello.
how found a rare lamprey at Dupla Falls. I don't know how to. Yeah, that
Wait,
right
wait a
there.
minute. Where does he say that?
That's it. That's where
Oh,
it was
that's where
posted.
that is. Okay.
Yeah.
So Terry says I caught it attached to a walleye in Michigan. Okay, so it was blood sucking on a fish. Did you keep it for very long, Terry? Did it ever bite you? Sorry.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. We want to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
We want to get to the bottom of this. Okay.
Blood
I
sucking
can't
eel.
believe that people would actually keep that thing.
I think I just
Terry,
call it a vampire eel.
you're a madman.
I like the vampire eel.
Huh?
If it's blood sucking, I want to call it a vampire eel.
It is. That's what
Yeah,
it is. Ew.
they're around here,
Um,
Rob.
in
Think about that.
Michigan?
Oh,
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 it's
Brandon,
in
no,
the Midwest.
Brandon says they're around here. Think about that, Rob.
I was in that water, Brandon. You didn't tell me this. I'm small. I would have been gone. Okay. That thing's huge.
Maybe Brandon was putting you out there as bait.
Now, luckily, he was out there longer than I was. So if anything got hit him, I was out first before him. I would have got the story out. I got you. I got you.
I feel like if they would bite people, you'd be easy to bite because practically a
It feels
sitting
like I
target.
feel like everyone knows this but me right now. Like everyone's like, yeah, I've seen them things before.
Well, I have not.
They lay up to 300,000 eggs and die. What? You want to
That's
talk
cool.
about going out with a bang?
That's the whole fun part.
I gotta take a drink.
It lives. It sucks blood and then it lays some eggs and dies. Cool.
So for those who are watching and y'all would love to follow Miss Joey as well, I do have her link in the description. And for those who are my mods, please do me a huge favor and drop that for me, please and thank you. Wowzer! Sorry.
All right. I don't know. I don't want one of those either. So
Can you imagine walking into your fish room and seeing 300,000 eggs in one setting, and then you got a little dead eel hanging out the thing,
and then it's dead. Yeah, no.
Dead. And you like, what the? I gotta get more of these things. I would burn the whole house up and start over.
I wouldn't think that it would necessarily look like a lot of eggs. Like, I don't know. Would it be as big as a batch of frog eggs?
Right. What?
I don't know.
I've never seen eel eggs.
Me either. Brandon likes your beard.
Appreciate that.
Change
Thank
the
you,
subject.
Sir. Yeah, had to trim it up. It's a little gray in there. Got my salt and pepper going on. I don't now, but here's the thing though. I'm not getting ID'd anymore. So now I'm like, fudge, man. I look 40.
You finally made it.
You're getting now, Miss Joey. I'm only 28.
Well,
appreciate it, man. Trying to be like you. Brandon's beer game is like strong. It's just like, hey, I didn't have it up here, so I got to make it look good down here.
Oh, is that how it is? That's what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I was tired of the little patch right here. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. 28. Now you're an old man.
Yeah, I am old. I feel it early in the morning. I got a shout out, Miss Joey, but I don't think people are ready for this because it's groundbreaking for fish keepers.
Okay.
It's about getting people into the hobby by the numbers. Something that a lot of people can and cannot do and try to. It's amazing to see that someone that you probably have watched or seen around here be on a show that you watched for a very long time. So we got to give a shout out to Aqua Malik. He came onto a show that I have watched for a very long time and then kind of distanced myself from it because I got into watching everyone else's videos. It's kind of hard to watch everything and then watch that. And then they upload on the regular as well. I'm like, okay, I can go back to there. They upload. So,
yeah.
But Aqua Malik, in my opinion, I had, and to my announce of knowing if anyone knows that Aqua Malik hit the stage on Vice, which is a YouTube channel that has over 15 million subscribers. Million.
Wow.
Okay? That's putting people in this hobby and by numbers. At least getting interested, like, huh. And it's kind of tied in with the pricing thing, because then that's kind of like, okay, that's kind of cool. Come together that helps out. So, but shout out to him because you got to think 15 million subscribers has over 100,000 views each day. It's almost at 700,000. It's at 6 something. It's only been up about 6 days. Now that right there,
that's amazing.
Is crazy on a different platform.
Right.
That's not even fish related.
Yeah, like you said, the audience, that they can reach with that platform. Yeah, that is cool. Who knows how many people might come into the hobby?
How many new YouTubes are going to be started?
Everything.
That's
you have
crazy.
To create the interest. Yeah.
And he opened up his books for people to understand how much he makes for a side hustle on fish keeping. Now, a lot of people don't like to do that because some people feel like, you know what, those are my numbers, and I kind of like to keep those to me because some
Sure.
people feel like, some people can't afford some of these fish, so they don't want to feel so bad that people can't afford those fish, or even get them because they can't have them in their country because we can't have like snakeheads, for example. I
Right.
want one so bad, but I can't have one. But I'm
Right.
not gonna. I would share my price. Like, yeah, it takes a little bit because I want to know. I want to know it from a standpoint of how much would it take to be able to. So some people do, some people don't, and we all
Right.
respect that because we're all fish keepers and we understand that.
Yeah.
But he opened up his books to 15 million
Wow. Well,
on a whole
August
different
is
platform.
awesome.
Yeah, that takes a lot. And he even said it in the video. I don't have people back here normally. And that's a lot of fish keepers. You don't really have a lot of people back here unless they're family because they're looking at the fish or you're talking about them or you're doing something while they're around or
Right.
something. But
Right.
for him to have that audience just in his fish room, let alone they don't have to literally be there for him to open up his books. Like they were there in
Sure.
his personal
Right.
space.
Right.
Like that right there takes a lot of courage.
Yep.
And it was pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I don't have that.
So you can find that on his channel. Is that
Yeah, or no, it was
okay?
on Vice itself. So
So
Vice
it's
is
on.
that channel, VICE,
Yeah.
and then it'll pop up. You'll see it. I was like, man, wow, because I was just scrolling through and I'm like, Aqua Malik, because I seen his thumbnail and I'm like, on Vice,
Huh.
and then I
Well, I
clicked
don't
into it.
know personally what Vice is. So
It's
anyway, but
it's just
that's
that, yeah, I don't even know what it really stands for either, and I've been watching it for doggy solo dolo, doggy doggy.
this is the call.
Ah, doggy.
Came up to say hi.
Hey, mystery RB, what up, y'all?
Oh yeah, Mystery Snail Gardens. I think I saw new local Austin come in as well.
What
While you were
up?
talking. And is it Merrick? Hello. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome.
that.
Fish Tropic, hello. So yeah, I mean that's awesome. Like you said, just to get on a platform with that many people and create awareness and you know if it gets who knows how many people could get involved in the hobby by seeing that. So that's amazing. And just
Yeah,
an accomplishment to get there. Yeah.
yeah. I was looking at the comments and people were like, "Oh, that's a great side hustle," and I'm like, "Y'all don't even understand just the feeling of actually just keeping them for not actually selling for money.
Right.
That alone itself is more than just getting money for them. Like, I mean, yes, it's great if you're doing it for a side hustle or if you're actually doing it for a full on gig. But
Hmm.
for some of those that are just wanting to get into it for like a little tank, they would
Right.
understand like, oh, this is way much more than just money. I couldn't truly enjoy. I enjoy these fish. Like if you get an Oscar, it's almost like a dog. If they live almost, 10 years, you're like, man, this is long as like fish I've ever kept, and it's
Well, they
huge.
have
And
personality. Yeah.
yeah, so it's just like a lot of, and you have so much variety. Like there's so many flavors of ice creams you can dip into when it comes to fish keeping. Let alone you have salt water as well. We cannot forget our salt people. I know y'all in here.
True. True. Hey,
We
guess
all
what?
the same. We all got to do water.
Halftime.
Oh,
That's the like button.
I was ready. Woo! I was ready. I was ready this
Good.
time.
Good.
I felt the build up right there. I felt the build up right there.
Okay. Am I supposed to be trying to scare you, or just let it
No, but I always gotta take a. I gotta always take a sip of the apple juice if you do.
happen? Okay. All right.
I've been
Hi,
playing my own
Joshua.
game.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Joshua. Hi, Salty Reef. Welcome. Hello. So, all right. Whew.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I grill you too much? Did I grill you?
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, I
was an
don't know.
easy live stream. It's almost, I can't believe we're almost done. This is crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I just hope you're not looking for something that's super intelligent from me. Not gonna happen.
No, not at all. Just more of a conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Just have
I
fun.
can do that.
I hate stupid people. I definitely would want to get a bowfin, but my lady would definitely kill me, knowing I would have to get almost a 300-gallon for that thing, if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
Mexico. Hello. Um. Yeah. There's some things that are just difficult to keep.
Yeah. And that's another thing you got to understand about getting into fish keeping. What are you going to be able to do within that space? Like that's the first thing you got to start is where you're going to look at as far as space wise in your area. You don't know if you're going to be able to be in a house or an apartment.
Well, true. I mean, if you're in an apartment, you have to worry about the weight on the floor and things like that. You can't just,
Yeah,
put a couple 125-gallon tanks in your third floor apartment. That's probably not going to work. Um,
you never
but
know.
that's an interesting subject right there. What is the average size tank that is purchased as a first tank?
For a person in an apartment at that.
Well, I mean, just in general. I mean,
Oh well, yeah,
there
that's
are
fair.
a lot. There are a lot of kits sold. There are a lot of 10-gallon kits,
We've
29
never
gallon
really
kits,
covered that
and
as
and
YouTubers.
55 gallons are kits that you can generally go in and buy in any pet store. I wonder what is their top seller.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it the 10-gallon
We've never
or
done that. Yeah,
no?
as fish
No?
keepers, no one. I think honestly, we always had said what we feel like would be the best as fish keepers.
Sure.
We've never tapped into like, hey, can we actually know the numbers of
Right.
what
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 is sold?
kits? Yeah, as because some people don't know that that's their first fish tank, but they could start asking for yourself, like, hey, could you do something for me, like. Especially if you know them really well, like you go to the fish store all
Oh,
the time, you can ask them, like, "Hey, do you know how many
yes. You could
kits?"
probably, yes, you could ask somebody, what do you guys sell the most of? But
Yeah,
I mean, I think it would vary in the sense of some people are going to purchase because they only have room for a 10-gallon.
true.
Some people it might just be because obviously that's the cost wise the least expensive setup is a 10-gallon.
Yeah,
But it's amazing to me. I have talked to people over the years that bought a 55 or 75
out
gallon
the
as their first
gate.
tank. Yeah, and it's unusual, but there are people that have started with a larger tank. So it's interesting. It would be interesting
See,
to
some
like pick
people
up.
are saying 20s, 1 through 10, maybe. It.
I mean, I would think the 10-gallon would probably be your top seller in a pet store with as a kit. And I'm talking specifically the kits, the
Just the
10-gallon, the
kit.
29-gallon, and the 55 because they are all sold as kits.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty much the popular ones, and then the nanos, of course, like the 1 through 10,
Sure, but
like
that's
I've
a
seen them.
different. I feel like that's a different thing. I'm talking about more just
Actually,
like a fish, yeah, real fish tank, not a nano tank. Then the nano tank, that would be. I mean, who would know? Because there's so many little betta tanks sold.
right? Yeah, they're in
I
their
mean,
category themselves. Like, okay, that's just nanos. Like, okay, they go from nano to like 10 gallons. I
yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
fine.
So,
But would you
so
recommend a nano being 10 gallon though for some people that are just starting
no,
out? Because that would be a
I feel like
good
an
tank for
actual
me if it
nano.
was first time.
Yeah, no, I feel like an actual nano tank is much smaller than that. Yeah, I would say
Then
it's
ten
well,
gallons.
for
Do
me,
you
it's under
don't
5 gallons. What I would consider a
5 is
nano
for
tank.
you? Okay,
Under
okay,
5 and under.
okay.
Uh, those are nano tanks in my mind. Um, anything 5.5 and up, I would consider more like tank size, but definitely 10 gallons and up.
Okay. Yeah. See, I've
Because
always
they're
drew that
sold
line too.
specifically as little cute little kits. They come with their little filters and all
It's
this.
so
All
little.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's a whole, like you said, that's a whole market in and of itself.
hmm
Um, and designed, I would say, more towards bettas
Okay.
in
Yeah.
general.
Oh, well, yeah, because
The
they're
house betta.
right there in front of the tank itself. Like,
Exactly.
oh, as you grab this kit, grab this betta right here.
Right.
It's right here, and you can grab the water. It's right here.
That
Oh,
just
come
kills
on.
me. Like I'm going to pay for better water. I mean, wow. But I mean, clearly they sell it.
I
It's
mean,
on
they
the
do.
shelf.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not knocking it, the fact that they're doing it. It's the fact that it's there for you to
Well,
do it.
I can tell you 30 years ago, maybe a little more than that, if you had told me that I would be buying and paying for bottled water to drink myself, I would be like, you're nuts, and nobody's going to pay for water. But we do. I mean, I don't here in my house, but I mean, when you're out and about, or you're on trip, you buy bottled water, and we do it. But I mean, 40 years ago, somebody said, no, nobody's paying for that. It's like when I was a kid, nobody had bottled water. You know, it was crazy to even think anybody would pay for water. Now, I mean, my goodness, you pay whatever. Depends on if you want, Fiji or
A
whatever kind
case,
of water.
yeah,
You
a
pay
case, or
three,
yeah,
four, five
how I,
dollars,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
for water.
Well, okay, so are you saying that in some sense the fish keeping hobby is making you lazy or wanting you to spend more?
Oh no, they just want you to spend more. They want you to
On
buy
top of
better
being
water.
lazy,
They
because you
want
can
you to
make your
think
own water.
right. You can't keep a tank at home if you don't buy the better water. Your bed is gonna die.
Yeah, you
No,
can't do that. That's against policy. That's in
right.
the rule
There,
book.
you need the nano tank and the better water. It's like,
You don't have to buy the beta. You
no.
could skip that, but you got to take the water and yeah.
Right. I mean, if they can get you to buy it,
Okay,
they're
okay.
gonna sell it.
See, I always find silver linings in both of those. Like I'm just like there's in between. Like I can see both sides. Like okay, they're trying to make you lazy, but then also spend more.
I think it's the spending more. I mean, obviously you can, unless you've got something crazy in your city water, you can literally, you could fill a tub, run an air stone in it overnight, and use it the next day, most of the time.
There you go.
Unless you've got some really, weird chemicals, but you can gas off, you know,
If you
your
got
chlorine.
huge ammonia
And,
and huge ammonia numbers in your water and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right.
right, those are different circumstances, but
Yeah.
the average town water, if
Hmm.
you just aerate it overnight, you can use it the next day.
Hmm.
Or you can buy the conditioner and put it in and use it right away, you know? So, yeah.
People are starting to say 40 breeders are like the best. I mean, honestly, I would say a 40 breeder because it's not holding so much
I'm
water,
not
but it
saying
also
that,
isn't your depth.
yeah, that those aren't great tanks. I mean, they all are great tanks. I'm just
I
saying,
would want to see the
what it's cost.
numbers. I would like to see the numbers
But
broken
they don't
down.
sell, or at least around here, they don't sell a 40 breeder as an actual kit. You have to go in and piece it out. You have to buy your
Yeah.
cover a light or your filter or whatever. And
But see, you would also do it at a big box store. You would never do it at a LFS unless an LFS was really giving you
yeah,
some good good
yeah. Well,
discounts.
and I think that's the reason the kits sell so well is because if you've never catch fish, you don't have a clue what to buy. And I
True.
think they give you stuff you don't necessarily need, but it gives somebody a jumping off point. They can go in and buy that kit, and they pretty much going to have what they need to start. But if you tried to go in and you didn't know anything, and you tried to buy it piece by piece, it would be very difficult to do on your own without advice, and guidance, and then you'd spend more than you would on the kit. So that's what they're
So
designed for,
you see what Miss Kim just said? I would have came to Miss Kim's store all the time. When I had my store a long time ago, if you bought a complete tank setup, we gave you fish. Excusez-moi. You giving me fish?
Giving you fish. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I didn't realize you had a store, Kim. I had a store too. That's awesome.
I wish I had
Um,
a store.
I opened my store when I was 19 years old.
What what drive did you have at that point in time? I wish I had it. Dang.
I had 17 fish tanks in the house, and I was looking at the top of the refrigerator. And my dad he had a commercial space in town, and he offered a basement area for me that I could start out with it, and he would give it to me for free, but we had to fix it up. And it was a building that had been a big garage. So it was literally the boiler room of the garage. We had to put a staircase in and go and have it go in a different direction than it did. There was literally, like, I swear, a half inch of oil and sludge on the floor. It was covered. The whole room was full of wires and pipes and whatever. I mean, it was a lot of work. But anyway, it was because I had so many tanks in the house that, it went from there. But yeah, so,
That had to
but
be
I
a
loved
fun
it. I
feeling.
loved my store when I had it. Yeah, loved it. You know.
That had to be fun to have a store. I mean, I can say that I have a store. I'm not selling anything, but I have the numbers of a store, if not more than just a small. There was one local fish store that I went to. I was like, I got more tanks than they do.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I've been there before. I'm like, I've got more tanks in my house than they have in the store.
I wasn't trying to toot my horn now. I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to toot my little horn. Toot toot.
Now you want to
But
hear
I was like,
something
oh.
crazy?
Yeah, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud.
No, 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 no. Okay, so when I had the store, there was no mailing fish. You had to pick your fish up and get shipped air freight. So you would
The times
literally
have changed then. So
Oh
times
yeah,
have really
yeah.
changed now.
So you would literally have to go to the airport and go to the freight terminal and pick up your fish. And sometimes the fish would be late and whatever. And when we were waiting for fish, it was back when we would go to Portland to the airport to pick them up. There was nothing going on in Portland. You couldn't so much as get a cup of coffee at 11 o'clock at night. So I mean, man, we would hang out in air freight for hours. But we'd end up getting the fish and coming home, putting the fish away late at night for hours, and then we go across the street to the diner and get, breakfast at 3 or 4 in the morning. But anyway, when I was putting fish away, there are a couple songs, but Islands in the Stream. Whenever I hear Islands in the Stream, it reminds me of late at night in the store putting fish away. Because that was back in the 80s. Yeah, by
Never
Kenny
heard of
Rogers.
that one?
Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. That was just one of the songs that always played. Late at night. And every time I hear that, it reminds me of the store. Just funny stuff, But yeah, I literally had the fish flown in, and
Wow. You were doing big things at the age of 19.
Waiting. Yeah. It was fun though. It was fun. But now I keep probably more fish tanks in my house than I had in the store.
Really? Now that's bad. Now that's
it
bad.
It is bad. And that was originally why I ended up opening the store, because I had so many fish tanks in the house. So, yeah, just funny stuff. Funny stuff.
Well, but hey, your love grew back when you were like, hey, it's just a little bit more than it was. So you can tell I love this hobby. It's more.
Yeah. Oh, so Kim, that's where my son lives, is St. Pete right now. So yeah.
What? Florida. Florida's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. That's right, Steffi. Alan's in the stream. That is what we are.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay Oliver.
Yeah. If I knew that I was going to ever get a certain amount of tanks that was going to be more than a fish store, I would have might as well call myself a fish store.
Yeah. Well, but if you're not selling them.
Yeah. Right. If you're just keeping them now, you're just.
Yeah. Now
we gotta see if you're all the way there as far as a person, because now you might be crazy.
Well, I am crazy. I mean, let's face it.
Well, even some people.
When you get to the amount of tanks that some of us have, I mean, it's a level of fish crazy. It's acceptable. We think it's very acceptable, but the average person thinks we're crazy.
Well, when we have the same numbers as the other person, or we understand, it's just the fact when you're speaking to a floor representative of a LFS or a big box store, and they ask you how many tanks you got, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you got more than I do."
Exactly.
Or they're like, "Man, that's crazy." Or they're like, "Man, that's crazy amount of numbers." Like, yeah. Right. What up, Pat?
Yeah. How you doing, Brian? Yeah. So okay, I'll stop yapping about all that stuff.
No, that's interesting. I wish I would have had a fish store. You know how
It's
many
fun.
people would love to have a fish store to go in there and go, ha 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 ha, I got a fish store.
Well, it was fun because, you could order different things. And I had a couple of places. I used to buy, pond fish out of Florida and stuff, but I used to go to a place in New York City or buy from them. And then I wanted to go down for my birthday and pick out my fish and buy my fish, for a trip. And we did. And that was when I bought myself for my birthday, I bought some Synodontis angelicus. And I named one Gookie. They were Gookie and Guido. And they were awesome. And I know Kenny has them. Awesome. I
Oh, okay.
loved them. Yeah. And I had a black shark that was probably a couple feet long. And
Taller
I'd
than
had
me.
he was a baby. I was Mr. T, and then I had Eddie, another one, Eddie Murphy. So, I just had all these in my
I'm starting to understand the time of era right
yeah,
now with just those names. I'm like,
yeah, the
I
80s.
wasn't there. Let's
Yeah.
just put it like
No,
that. I'm like, I know
you
this
were.
time of era, and I wasn't there. So
Yeah, Mr. T was big black shark. Yeah, he was
yeah,
awesome. He would eat. I would feed him crab meat out of my fingers. I'd feed him at the top of the tank, and he'd come up and eat crab meat and stuff. He was super cool, really cool. And I kept him in my freezer for 20 something years, thinking I'd get the taxidermy done. And then the freezer malfunctioned, and it was off for a couple days in the garage, and I didn't realize it. And I never opened up the bucket and looked in there because I just didn't want to look. I just decided I needed to give up on it, and I threw it out. But yeah, in the freezer for years. For years. I just should have done it. I don't know why I didn't go to the taxidermy. It just, it's one of those things where, I'm going to do that. So anyway. Okay, more of my dumb stuff.
you waited
Go on to
20
something else.
years
Yeah.
for it
And
to
then,
go
and then
bad.
I threw them out. Yeah. In the end, and I couldn't bear to look at it in the bucket,
I
thawed
could be
out.
putting steaks in there, and I got this fish in here for 20 years.
Oh, I put steaks in there too. The bucket was
Oh,
just on the bottom level, and then the other things were in there.
oh, you stacked it on top of that poor fish.
Sure. I'm I'm a country girl. You got a fish in a bucket, and then you got all these other things.
But
Doesn't
hey,
scare
what's
me.
that? Oh, that's my pet fish. I've been sitting here for about 10, 15 years.
Right. What's in that bucket? It's all
Huh?
good. Never mind. Don't worry about what's in the bucket.
It's a fish nerd thing. Don't worry.
It is.
It's
Yeah, it
sensitive. It's
is.
still sensitive after 15 years, though.
I still think about it. I'm like, why didn't you just do that? I always waiting for someday.
I
You know.
know, right? Yeah.
Anyway, yep.
Hold on, wait a
Oh,
minute.
see, Kim said when her breeding pair of Oscars died, froze them together. Yeah.
Oh, little
Hi,
freezing
Holly.
together.
Freaky Fish Lady. Holly, how are you? Um, yeah. So
So I've
I'm
never
sure there's
froze a
all sorts
fish.
of stories like mine in here. I'm sure everybody's got stories.
I've never froze a fish, and I don't think I'm going to. Like if Draco passes away, he's the longest. I've had him almost 4 years, if not 4 years
Never,
now.
never say never because you just don't know what you're gonna do. I mean, I found him. He jumped out of the tank one night, and what I realize now is I'm wondering if they weren't spawning.
They
And
got a little too frisky.
and he hit the cover, and I had a good cover, but he obviously hit. It was a big fish. He hit it, and when I came in, he was on the floor. And I tried, I picked him up and washed him off and did all the things, and there was just nothing, and I was devastated because I'd had him for years.
Ah,
He was so cool. But,
I've I've never haven't experienced that yet. I can't say I did have a couple fish. I'm like no, but they were little
yeah,
fish. So and I
yeah,
didn't have them much long. They're like a month or some. Sometimes they're in quarantine and then they didn't even make it out of quarantine because they didn't jumped out. So
yeah, yeah.
I've never been too hurt about it. I actually there was one fish I was actually hurt about because I grew it from this much to like about that much, and I'm like, you
So,
just died on me.
yeah, well, you have so much time in them.
Yeah.
and you watch them grow, and they literally are a pet. I mean, not the same as your dog running around the house, but they are a pet and they interact with you. And some fish more than others. But I mean, he interacted with me. Obviously, he ate crab meat out of my hand, and he was special. You know, so
Miss Joey, I gotta ask this freaking question now
yeah.
because I'm not the one that's gonna be putting here a fish in my freezer. Has everyone else done this but me? And
Well,
yes,
I
just my
know.
fish. Can you imagine that smell? Ugh.
I mean, well, obviously, Glitch just said she has parrot waiting. Kim said, she put hers in the freezer. I'm not looking at the chat because I've been talking to you, but I
I
bet
know.
there's other people in here that have had fish in the freezer, thinking that they would go to the taxidermy or something someday. Um, you know, so.
Ah, I don't know.
All right, let's just take that poll. Anybody that has put a fish in the freezer thinking that they would, send it to a taxidermy at some point, just chime in, throw it in the chat.
It looks like a few people have. I'm not. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm.
Hey, it's not getting out. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be dead and
Oh
frozen.
yeah,
It's
but I
not
don't want to have
escaping the
that
box.
episode you had.
Yeah, but I mean, after it's frozen in the box. Oh, yeah. Well, but I mean,
Well, for 20 years, you should have done it within 20 years, honestly, and it wouldn't
that's what I'm
happen.
saying. I don't know what the hell I was waiting for. Larry, if I
You were
try
very distracted in 20 years.
Larry, if I try flushing Mr. T down the toilet,
You wouldn't have a toilet problem.
I would have Roto-Rooter over. Yeah,
Like, ma'am, what the world were you
that's
doing?
blocked.
It jumped at me. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Hi, Big Renzo. I, yeah, there's just some things that, it might be one thing to flush a guppy or something, but there's just some things you can't
That's
flush
easy.
down the
That's
toilet.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. You can flush a dead guppy or something like that, but, anything that's really big, I wouldn't flush it down.
What would be my opinion? I would say no more than an African cichlid that is
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
full
what's the
size.
largest size
I
fish
would
you
I
would
would
flush?
not I wouldn't even flush that.
Yeah,
Anyone? Bueller?
yeah. What's the largest size fish
What
you
is
would?
the largest
Yeah.
fish y'all done flushed? Tried to flush. I I tried an African cichlid. It didn't work. I put it down in the dirt. I had to. It was too big. It was like, okay, I can't throw it away in the garbage because then it's going to attract flies and it's going to attract things. I'm just going to have
Well,
to
there's that. There's that. So
because
are
I
we
live
in?
in a city and I live in a city. If you live out in the country, it's a little bit different.
Oh, it's a lot different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot different. You
No,
can't put your
absolutely.
fish out here and not expect, squirrels and
Right.
birds and all kinds of
Oh no, if
things.
I threw a fish out, something's gonna come get it.
Oh yeah, that's at night. Mine's during the day while you're trying to get to work and you're trying to, do stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
very personable here.
So RV Animal Rescue said they had a rabbit in the freezer. Yeah, I mean I get it. You could keep. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't think I could do it. I don't know. I think I gotta
This
just get
fish
over it.
traffic
Because I would look
going.
at him and just cry every time. Like, my fish,
Yeah.
my fish.
Oh, see
Okay,
the
Miss
yeah.
Joey. It's
Yeah.
59 minutes.
Well, all I did was talk about me for the last
No, not
20.
at all. Not at all. We have
Sorry.
fun. We have
Sorry.
fun. Say your wonderful goodbyes to the lovely people.
I will. Thank you all so much for coming in, and it was completely fun for me tonight. Lots of people, some new people, so that was awesome. But we appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a good time because I'm definitely having a good time being up here and being able to be up here with Rob and just hang out. And thank you, mods and everyone. So don't forget on your way out, smash the like button.
Got me on that one. You got me on that one.
Good.
All right. I know, Miss Kim. Too soon, too soon. As always, I appreciate every single one of y'all in this chat for those my mods who are doing their thing, keeping this chat nice and clean and fun as always. Thank y'all for doing y'all thing and dropping the links. And I do got to put that little side note. Her link is in the description if I did not say it before or in the middle. I did say it. I think I did, but I'm going to say it again. Miss Joey's link is in the description. Please go ahead and follow her. She is amazing at doing her videos, and I still got to watch that other video you just put out. You put out 2 now, didn't you?
3. I did 3
3. Yeah,
Halloween.
you put 2
Yeah.
after I watched the first one, and I got to watch the other 2 now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go ahead, swim on over there if you have not. I'm pretty sure y'all have. But for those who are watching this replay, thank y'all so much as always. And those who are in the chat, y'all party people, y'all have a wonderful week. We've made it to hump day. We're almost to Friday.
Right.
See y'all next week. As always, be kind and be courteous, y'all.
Bye, everyone.